when I started the iced tea company with the Romanos, I was like, let's try to still do something for autism. And the OD was perfect. It was like, we'll do the Eagles autism every year. So we've been doing that the last few years. And yeah, like you donate a certain amount of money and you get to play Flip Cup with them. So like we just got the best content ever with them. I think we're 0-4. I think we've been doing it for 4 years. Playing Flip Cup against them, I think they'd fucking crush us every year. Those dudes on the Eagles, like Landon Dickerson, Mulata, and like Kelsey, like, dude, they drink one sip of a beer to them is like,
It was like Andre the Giant. Like,
dude, it's insane. Like, it's insane. I drank with him one time and like tried to keep up with him. At 4 o'clock, I was crippled.
Welcome back to Brew That Podcast. I'm your host, Richie Tevlin, joined as always by Evan Blum.
What's up?
And today we have on Brett Meyer from CIO Spiked Iced Tea.
How you guys doing?
Doing great. So our second or third hard tea brand on?
Second, right?
We had Fish Down Iced Tea. If we had somebody else. What?
We had the Meadery, but I don't think we've had any other tea brands.
No, not yet.
There's only like 50 of them, so you just gotta have 48 more on.
Yeah.
That's it.
So you're an owner, a partner of CIO Spiked Iced Tea. The original, East Coast Spiked Iced Tea or New Jersey, sure?
Yeah, so I like to say, I don't know how true it is, but I like to say we're one of the pioneers of the iced tea, spiked iced tea game. Obviously, Twisted Tea is the godfather, the original one. But,
yeah.
I grew up in Northeast Philly, so Twisted Tea Light we were drinking Twisted Tea Light every weekend.
You grew up on that.
That's what I grew up on, so I was like.
It's funny, like that's the only market that really like crushes is the Philly market. Like Northeast Philly for many years was keeping Twisted Tea alive.
Yeah, they say, I don't know how true it is, but they say like Northeast Philly and like South Jersey, especially Wildwood, is like the #1 Twisted Tea Light place in the world to drink it.
Well, it's the same people probably drinking it, you know?
Yeah, exactly. It's just all Northeast Philly people. Yeah, they still crush it too. Like, they're still crushing it out there.
Do you know where? Do you know what the tee offs were? Did you ever do one of those?
Oh my gosh, 100%.
It's a tee off.
Yeah.
Back in college, is like you're playing golf. I don't remember the rules, but it was like you have to drink full. Everybody has a full Twisted Tea, and then the first one to finish gets like a 1. The second one to finish gets a 2.
Golf.
And I think you play 18 holes. If it's a day of college, you're playing 18 holes.
Yeah, 100%. I've done many of tee offs in my day.
So you guys are, CIO Spiked Iced Tea. You guys are based in CIO?
Yeah, so we don't brew our own stuff. We have a co-packer that brews it for us, but we came up with the idea, the name, obviously the logo, marketing. And we're based out of Sea Isle City, New Jersey. That's where we run the company out of.
Yeah.
But we're actually making everything down in Florida right now.
Cool.
But yeah, everything comes out of Sea Isle, really. Like all the office stuff and marketing.
So I know you said that the story is long-winded. I want to talk about your whole brand, but I think like at least setting it up, giving a little bit of background about who you are and kind of like the idea of this drink kind of will set us up. Kind of like talk about Cielo Ice, and then kind of like all the other brands that you guys have, kind of everything that you guys are doing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool.
Yeah, it's super long-winded, and I'm going to try to just narrow it down to make it a little bit more interesting for the viewers. But I grew up in Philly. Owners of Sea Isle Ice grew up in, obviously, Sea Isle, born and raised in Sea Isle. There's not many people born and raised in Sea Isle. I was a Wildwood guy at the time, but we had a podcast back in like 2017, 2018, and it did pretty well, me and my friends. It was super fun. And we always wanted to have our own drink. We just thought it would be cool. Like we didn't know anything about the alcohol industry. Like it would be so cool to have our own drink.
Yeah.
And also we'll be super rich if we have our own drink, which is not true. But we just always had this crazy idea. So we had the podcast. We were drinking Twisted Tea Light on the podcast. And at the time that we really thought that was like the only tea out there, the only tea that did really well. And one of our sponsors was Hoop Tea out of Ocean City, Maryland. So I talked to the guys.
Wait, Hoop Tea's from Ocean City, Maryland?
Yeah, Hoop Tea originally started in Ocean City, Maryland.
Okay.
And 2 owners, Hoop Tea, good dudes, and they were one of our sponsors for the podcast. So we were trying to come up with a drink. I had just met the owners of Sea Isle Ice Company down in Sea Isle. We went down there for Polar Bear Plunge. I think their logo is like iconic.
It's iconic.
Yeah.
Who's that? It's like one family, right?
Yeah, that's Joe and Jeannie Romano and
Yeah.
Jackie Romano. They own 100% of the ice company.
Yeah.
They just sold a portion of the ice company, but their logo, they trademarked their logo and stuff like that. I just thought the logo looked so cool to me. So when we were trying to come up,
Dude, I'm sorry, but
go ahead.
when this first came out, I'm like, oh my god, they're gonna get sued by CL Ice. It's like they stole it.
Yeah, we got permission. So I went to the guys from Hoop Tea. I went to the guys from Seattle Ice, and I was like, why don't we make an iced tea?
Yeah.
And just put Seattle Ice in the iced tea. Like I was so stupid at the time. I'm like, we should put the ice in the tea and call it Seattle Iced Tea. And like, they both were like, you're an idiot. Like legit, like you're an idiot. But anyway,
But it just might work.
yeah. So I was like, so my background, like I was bartending a lot. I was a bartender, worked in the service industry. My parents, my brothers
Yeah.
did. So I knew a lot of like the bar scene, and I was like, dude, any bar only sells twisted tea. I'm like, there's got to be there's got to be room for another tea, and I wanted to do one that was like just more fun. Like we would answer all of our DMs, we would answer everybody, like just have a face of it, a brand, like do merch, do pop-ups and stuff like that. I felt like Twisted Tea wasn't really doing that. They probably were because they were such a massive, on a massive scale.
But it's a massive brand and it's also old. Like Twisted Tea at this point is like what, 10, 20 years old?
yeah, it's been around forever. So
Yeah.
I don't even know when it came out, but I was like, I want to just make it more local, more fun, like more young, more lively. I eventually convinced Hoop Tea and Sea Isle Ice Company, and it was me and my friend who I started the podcast with. He's a great dude, and we were the ones who came up with the idea and convinced Hoop Tea, convinced Sea Isle Ice to like get together and do it. So originally it was called Sea Isle Spiked Iced Tea by Hoop Tea. That was the first year it came
It's a
out.
mouthful.
Yeah, right after COVID, like it came out, and when I say like I thought you guys were my friends, like you would drink it, I would drink it, my family would drink it. It would be funny. We'd take a couple pictures, put it on our podcast. That's the end of it. We're never gonna hear it again. We came out with like a couple hundred cases of it. It sold like wildfire. Like it was the craziest. None of us had any idea what we were doing. The guys from Hoop Tea knew what they were doing because they already had their tea, but we were just like, wow, we have something really special here, and that's when it all started. And
I mean, I think a lot of it, I mean, obviously it's the branding with Sea Isle Ice, but also like just the name Sea Isle. Like Sea Isle, as far as Philly goes, is the center of the world in the summer. Everybody goes down to Sea Isle. Like all the beach towns are cool, but like Sea Isle is the party town.
Yeah, Sea Isle's so fun. Like I was a Wawa guy, but like that was the other thing too. I was like, even if this fails, we'll be able to sell it just in Sea Isle. Like,
Yeah.
we're gonna be able to sell it
Yeah.
in Sea Isle. So, and then that was really it. Like after that, we came out with it. We had a year contract with the Sea Isle Ice Hoop Tea. The year contract expired. Hoop Tea ended up getting bought out by Anheuser-Busch. They're still around. A great product. And then I went with the owners of Sea Isle Ice, me and my partner, who came up with the idea, and we just did it on ourselves. It was just called Sea Isle Spiked Iced Tea.
Nice.
And we always wanted the only other thing I want to add, like we wanted to do a malt version and a vodka.
When it started off, was it malt based or?
It was just malt based.
Okay.
Sea Isle Spiked Iced Tea by Hoop Tea was malt based.
Yeah.
And that was like it. But we thought like it was leaning towards more vodka, so I was like, why don't we just do both? And as you guys know, PA is a weird state.
Yeah.
You can only have vodka in certain stores. You can only have malt in certain. So for the longest time, I know that just changed recently, but we were like, why don't we have both? So.
Yeah, it's a stupid rule. We had Danny Childs from Slow Drinks on the other week, and he's just like, like a beer should just be anything under 10%, and then wine should just be anything under 20%, and liquor should just be everything else, and just tax it like that. Like, why does it matter like where it's derived from? It's basically the same thing.
Yeah, it's and dude, I've listened to a bunch of your guys' episodes. You guys have had some great owners, and like it's
crazy.
I feel underqualified being on here right now. Like I'm good at marketing and like sales and TikToks, but other than that, like
Well,
But that's what we want.
yeah,
man, too,
like the owners that we have on, we're like, oh fuck, like I need to get on that.
yeah. So I mean, it's a fun industry. But yeah, some of the guys you had on, I've listened to a bunch of episodes, and the alcohol industry is a very niche and weird industry. And the good thing is I've been doing it 5 years now. I learn something every day.
Yeah.
There's something to learn every day, especially just even talking to you guys or like talking to some of these owners. It's super cool.
Do you find yourself? I mean, you say you've been working in bars your whole life. Do you find yourself looking at bartenders and like that perspective differently now that you're on the other side of it?
Oh, completely.
It's like
I thought I knew it. Like I didn't know how even a can of like Coors Light got into.
It just shows up at your door and then you sell
I was
it.
just like, so when I came up with this idea, I'm like, dude, we're gonna make a beer or a tea, and we're gonna sell a bunch of it. We're just gonna sit on the beach for the rest of our lives and never work again. We're gonna be millionaires. Like I had no idea that this whole side of the industry. I knew a lot about bartending, but it's night and day. It's completely different. Like,
Yeah, now you're just like one kind of, I mean, I'm the same thing, like one kind of peg in the supply chain that then has to like go to the wholesaler and then get to the bar. And
it's
then,
insane. Yeah.
You know, and some people go from a wholesaler to then a distributor, then to a bar, and it's just like, all right, there's a lot of people here.
Yeah, it passes, one can passes 4 or 5 hands until it gets in a customer's hand.
Yeah, I've heard Jeannie give some interviews, and it's just like, it's the alcohol sales industry is like weird. Like, it's really like a door-to-door salesman. Like, you're going to every single bar, and like a new account, like you might have to hit them up like 4 or 5 times. You know, like.
Yeah, it's I knew nothing about it, and I thought I knew a lot about it. And when I say we've made a million mistakes, we've made a million mistakes. But I think that's the best way to learn.
We made mistakes, but move fast.
Yeah, exactly. Like, adapt to it, figure it out, be open to learn it too. Like, I see so many people in this industry. I don't know if you guys, like, if anybody came on the podcast that think like they've been doing it for 20 years or 15 years and like they know it all. And I'm like, I just tell people like, dude, I want to learn as much as possible and teach me as much as possible, because.
Yeah, student of the game.
Yeah, that's the only way to succeed, I really think. But also, like, be confident and know what you're doing as well. A little bit. So
you have to be open-minded enough to like move around and make adjustments quickly too.
Yeah.
So
yeah, everything has a time frame in the alcohol. Like when I was bartending, it's like Fireball and rum chata was massive. Like the Fireball rum chata shots that lasted a year. Then like you had the loopy vodka 3 olives that lasted for a year. Not your father's root beer 4 was. So like
the Nuggets root beer was a weird time.
It was crazy. Yeah,
everybody was drinking like massive amounts of root beer.
Yeah, it's insane. Like, and I don't see that anywhere now. It's
yeah,
and it was. I'm sure it made a ton of money, but this industry, like, it's a hard industry, and you gotta capitalize on your time.
Yeah.
when you know, so.
So when this first came out, you guys just had like it was just malt based, like you said. Was it just the one flavor?
Yeah, so our I don't know if we brought it in here. It's in the other room, but we have a blue can. It looks just the exact same as the white can.
Yeah.
That was our original one. It was a malt version. You could buy it at any beer distributor in Philadelphia and PA.
Yeah.
We now sell through the whole state of Pennsylvania. We're all the way out the West Coast, Pittsburgh and stuff like that. But then we launched the white can, which is just the blue can, but with vodka. And then we had the peach can. And then that lasted like a year, and then we were like, everybody was telling us to do variety packs.
Yeah.
We came out with a 12-pack variety pack of vodka. Worst decision ever. Like, the pricing was awful, so then we had to switch it to 8-packs. But yeah, we just adapted, and now we have the vodka variety pack, we have the malt variety pack. And it's funny, like, I hear all these stories that like everything's going to vodka. Still to this day, 5 years later, like our number one seller is our blue can, which is the malt version.
Oh, I think that's the best looking can.
Yeah, I agree with you there. Also, like, I will say, like, and I was one of those consumers, like, if you're not in this industry, like, and I saw my blue can and white can, and I'm not reading the small print, like, I think people sometimes buy the blue can not even knowing, like, if they're drinking vodka or they drink, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just a spiked iced tea. Nobody really knows what a malt beverage is, what a vodka RTD is. Like,
100%.
See how spiked iced tea. It's the same thing.
Yeah, I think maybe it shows you that there's not that much of a difference. People are putting the value on this, but like the customers don't really care.
Yeah, exactly. 100%.
It's like they're caring because, you know, it's maybe sold in different locations. Some people have celiac disease, but like a lot of people are not dealing with that, and
they're looking for tea. Like, consumers looking.
Are there
for tea.
price differences on them?
Yeah, so Jeannie and Joe like handle a lot of that like back end stuff. But yeah, it's definitely cheaper to do the malt. But there's a little bit of a price difference. But that's the thing too. You can't tell people what to price it at. So like, you'll go to a bar and our malt can will be $11 and our vodka can will be $11, even though they're not the same. You know what I'm saying? It's like we don't tell.
Dude, the alcohol industry is crazy. I go into these beer stores and like people are selling my cases by the single can. I'm like, yeah, but you'd sell it better by the 4-pack.
Yeah.
So if you're coming in wanting my product, so like you can upcharge them 3 beers.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, but I don't really want to do that. I'm like, all right, well.
When we first came out, they were selling cases of Sea Isle at the beer distributor for $160 a case.
Damn.
And people,
How much is in a case?
24 cans. It would be like 6-packs, and it would sell out in a day. And people thought we were marketing geniuses. They were like, these guys are so smart marketing. All they're doing is doing guerrilla marketing. They're dropping a certain amount of cases off, making it like a black light on market, and like it sells out, and then you can't get it for a couple weeks. I was like, that sounds great, but that's not what we're doing. I'm like, we couldn't keep up with production at first when we first came out with it. Like, it was people. Oh, I thought I turned that off. I'm sorry. People thought we were doing like like just crazy marketing skills, but like we just couldn't keep up with production.
Well, you guys are doing great marketing.
Yeah, I mean, we now we do, but like that was a total accident. Like it should have never like been like that. Like, and also people were coming out and be like, "You guys are assholes. Like you're selling at $160 a case." I'm like,
yeah, but it's not your margin.
I'm like, no, I'm not. Like, I would go. Sometimes I remember going to a party one time when we first came out with it, and like, I had to buy a case of it for $160. I'm like, I don't want to buy this, dude. I'm like, it was crazy, and they were doing like you can only buy 1 6-pack at a time. And people thought we were in charge of that. And I was trying to explain to them, like, we had nothing to do with that. But it was just, we just couldn't keep up with production. So it was a good thing, but it was also like, I think a lot of people got turned off by that too. People were like, wow, like these guys are literally dropping 2 pallets at a time and making it like a black market item. But it was like, no, that's it wasn't true. Yeah.
When did the brand officially start? When was that?
So I think 2000, like right after COVID, like 2020, I guess, I mean, COVID's still obviously around. So, but like right after the pandemic, I want to say, is when we like first came out with it. We had the
right when the world just partied for a year and a half.
Exactly.
Kind of perfect timing for you.
And I think people had money too. Like, you know, people were getting those checks or whatever. And like, so I think that helped a lot. And also, like I said, we're super open and honest. Like it was before anything else. Like there was a lot of these teas that weren't around. Like the big guys, like Sun Cruiser, Surfside. Like those guys are massive, and we didn't have to compete with them at that time. So it was great for us during that time.
What like in Jersey, I know the laws are different. And kind of like all beer and liquor sold in one store, right?
Yeah, Jersey, you can go into a liquor store and buy THC beer and wine and vodka.
Oh, you can buy THC in the same.
Yeah, THC's.
Can we talk about that also? So you guys have High C also.
Yeah, that was more of like my business partner Joe and Jeannie's idea.
Yeah.
But they're not like massive drinkers. I'm more of a drinker. They're more of like very health conscious. Jeannie has celiac disease and like very serious one. So like she has to eat super clean, super healthy, which is great. But also like she wanted to be able to have a cocktail. So she wanted to make sure like our vodka ones were all gluten free.
Yeah.
So all of our vodka ones were gluten free. Then she kind of saw the writing on the wall. She saw like people were drinking less and drinking these THC drinks. So she was like, let's get into that market. So it's kind of like her idea. I came up with the name and like helped out with like the label and the name and stuff like that.
Another great name.
Yeah. So
Really.
Like, the name was like, that's the stuff I'm really good at, coming up with like stuff like that in marketing. But yeah, that one's doing well. Like it's available online. You can buy it in 4 states: Delaware, New Jersey, South Carolina, North Carolina right now.
Yeah, we had Doug on from Enterprise Sports, and he brought some in, and I felt fine in the podcast. We're right at the podcast on
a little bit.
And,
when you stand up, it's like, oh
yeah. So, and dude, I thought also like the people that were going to buy them was like, you know, our guys' age, and like we're just kind of just trying to party and drink.
Yeah.
I go into stores, there's like 50, 60, 70-year-olds, they're buying cases of them.
They want to get high. They just don't want to smoke. Like, oh, a safe little gummy.
Yeah, I think they're like that.
It's a little THC treat.
And I'm not promoting this, but they're also like, I heard they're saying like it helps them sleep, or it helps them, they got some shoulder pain, it helps them feel a little bit better. Like I don't promote that. That's what it does. But I think there's people drink them for many different reasons. Like
100%.
Have you been keeping up with the laws that just got passed?
So Jeannie and Joe really keep up with all that stuff, and they have all the, you know, they do all the back end stuff, the lawyers, the contracts and stuff like that. I talk to them every day, 5 times a day, so I know.
So I'm sure you're aware, like, of like next year this is going to be illegal unless they change it.
Exactly.
Everyone is like on their high horse saying like this is an issue, and the brewers, from what I understand, the national brewers are with you guys saying that they want this to happen, because it's mostly the brewers that have the facilities that are making these. From my perspective, is it's not an issue because these things aren't going away. They're selling like hotcakes. Like the government is not going to turn away tax dollars. Yeah. But what they want to say is just like people that are putting out like 50 milligram drinks need to then like put like a way to say how much is in there, like just standardize it. Yeah. Which for me makes sense. As alcohol drinkers, I don't want to just have an unregulated product that then the industry thinks that like we need to regulate everything more. I think just having a standardized regulation makes sense. Yeah. And they gave everybody a year to do that. And I think that it will get flushed out. So everyone's saying that like it is the end of the world. I don't think it is. I think that it kind of needed to happen. No, yeah. THC is so new. It just like there's just no regulation on it because like it is very new. It's I'm sure Jeannie and what's his name?
Jeannie and Joe. Yeah.
Jeannie and Joe like trying to navigate the weed, trying to navigate alcohol laws is bad. Trying to navigate weed laws, I'm sure, is a nightmare.
It's insane, dude. Like you said, the alcohol laws. Like we're in 8 states. There's different laws in every state.
It's just like all kind of East Coast. Like,
yeah, like PA, New Jersey, Delaware, Maryland, Virginia, Georgia, Florida, Connecticut.
Cool.
But yeah, go back on that. Like I'm not a smoker. That's just not my forte. Drinking. But from the studies that I've read, it's like that stuff's healthier for you than alcohol. So I don't know how they can like. I agree with you. Everything you said, I think you're spot on.
Yeah.
I don't know the laws like that.
I think that there needs to be some regulation as far as like for alcohol, like if you're driving, it's like you can't give
100%.
Give people like a 50 milligram drink at the bar and just expect them to like drive home.
No, I completely agree.
So I think it's just
figure all that out.
It's just a labeling issue.
Can they even serve these at bars?
That was what I asked. Like, can they serve them at bars?
I don't want to like get anybody in trouble, but I think you legally can.
People even PA, lots of bars in
not
PA.
Yeah, I know in PA.
I know, but in PA they sell the breeze drinks, which are like the weed and mushroom drinks.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I know maybe it's not THC in it, but I know that it's like some like microdose mushroom drink. I'm like, all right, well, if we're selling these things, like I'm sure the doors are wide open to kind of do whatever you want here.
Yeah. I'm not sure. I think in Jersey, I think you can, but I know a lot of them are trying not to, like. Because they don't, like you said, they
want to step on their own business. And
It's very confusing. So
yeah,
I just know Jeannie and Joe wanted to like have something for every category. Like, hey, if you like vodka, we have a vodka drink.
Yep.
Hey, you kind of like that little bit more sugary drink. We have it's called malt liquor, but I like to call it a sugar brew because when you say malt liquor, people get turned off.
Yeah.
It's just fermented cane sugar turned into alcohol. So like, that's actually my favorite one. But and if you're not a big drinker, we have the THC one. So it's like we kind of want to just diversify.
Just make it available, and like if you don't like it, then whatever, you don't have to have it.
Yeah, and we got a lot of ideas. Like we want to expand and we want to innovate, but it's just a crazy market right now. So we're just kind of fall back and see what happens, and then go from there.
Hey, brewery or small business owner, are you tired of navigating complex brewery accounting and taxes on your own? Staying up late working on financials and getting your finances in order after a whole workday? At the Beer Accountant, they understand the unique financial challenges of the craft brewing industry. They're a CPA dedicated to helping breweries like yours thrive, with services ranging from qualified bookkeeping, business tax prep, to strategic financial planning. Stop wasting time on spreadsheets and focus on what you do best. Making great beer and running a small business, servicing over 50 breweries in 4 states. So if you own a brewery or small business, stop overpaying for reactive support and start being proactive with the Beer Accountant. Don't brew that IPA without this CPA. Visit beeraccountant.com to learn how their specialized expertise can help your brewery grow, profit, and succeed.
So you guys' social media is awesome. Your marketing is awesome. Like, what was the kind of the transition like? Because like you, Jeannie, and Joe are like kind of in all the videos. Like, what was the transition like of like bringing you onto the team, and then kind of just like was it just like immediately taking reels after that?
Yeah, it just kind of worked out. Like we were doing a ton of content with our podcast. So then when the podcast like transitioned to the drink, transitioned to working with Joe and Jeannie, like we just know we wanted to put out a ton of content. And
it was just kind of a natural transition.
Yeah, I just felt like nobody like the other thing, like we just looked at Twisted Tea and like. Nobody was putting out content. I thought, man, I don't want to
100%
knock anybody's business, but like I didn't see anybody putting out like good content. And I just always saw like, even you see like with these elections and with in any industry, like if you own a lawyer, like with the billboards, like marketing's everything. I think
Hot Dog Law is built a nationwide law firm just on marketing.
Or what's the other one that gives away the Eagles tickets in Philly?
The John Morgan.
They got Morgan and Morgan, and then. Whatever. But anyway, yeah, like marketing's massive. So it's like, and I never really thought it was until I got in this industry, but I'm like, I didn't, because I didn't know marketing content. It kind of goes in together, but I'm like, I just like making content. Like I like doing podcasts. I like what you guys are doing. Like it's just fun. Like, so I was like, let's just try to keep it light, keep it fun, make it a joke. Don't be like, you're selling alcohol at the end of the day. It doesn't have to be that serious.
100%.
So we just wanted to just, I just like, kind of fell into the face of it. Like there was no like you have to be the face of the brand. It was kind of just like I was doing most of the content, doing a lot of the videos. So.
Well, because you guys are bootstrapped, you guys didn't start off as this like huge brand with like this giant marketing push behind it. It was like it naturally kind of you started with it, and then you just naturally grow into part of the brand.
Yeah, and also like I didn't know anything about TikTok. Like 2 years ago, Jeannie was like, or on however long, she was like, we should do a TikTok. I'm in my 30s. I'm like, dude, I'm not making a TikTok. But then like we get so many, like you put up a video, you get 20,000 free views. It's like, why would you not do it?
Yeah.
And I just like, so now I just post 3 times a day. It'll be the dumbest post ever. But as long as I have my logo in the post, I'm like, it's free marketing. So I just think it's just smart.
I think this is so good for our listeners to honestly hear too. It's just like this is the type of stuff that it just is so fucking needed. Like,
Yeah, 100%.
It really is.
But the hard thing about it, a lot of people don't do it. You get a lot of negative like comments. Like you like,
Yeah.
you know, I really don't want to be 34 years old doing TikToks, but it's like,
But it's a business
it works.
need.
Yeah. So it's like, so I
any
just,
video that gets above like 10,000 views, the comment section just turns to a cesspool. But that's the only way to kind of get above it. But it doesn't matter. It's just like that's just what it is.
yeah, we were used to it with the podcast. Like people just have an opinion. If you're doing something well, and if you're putting out content, people are just, you're gonna have the haters. You're gonna have people that are either jealous or they really are a hater. And it's like, it bothered me a lot in the beginning. Now, dude, I get called fat once a day on TikTok. It doesn't bother me at all. Like,
It's just it's like the more it comes, it's like you just get used to it. It's just
exactly.
And it's almost like any like the negative attention is just good. Like you're just giving me attention.
Yeah, and the other thing I wanted to do with the content, and which we were doing with the podcast, was like, I felt like nobody was really answering like DM. We would answer every DM, answer anybody that had a question, any customer that bought our stuff. If you posted us, we were retagging you. Like we didn't care about views. We didn't care about like we just wanted to connect with the customer and also connect with the people that support us.
You know Chase U?
Yeah, dude's awesome.
That dude's a beast. And like you look at how like he's blowing up, and you see like when he makes a post, everyone that makes a comment, he comments back. If you DM him, he DMs you right back.
Exactly.
And like all those things, I think most people look like you need to make a great video, and that's all that matters. And a lot of the growth is like the interaction that you have with people after the content is posted.
Yeah. And we wanted to like also support local. Like we were just talking about this, like that support local thing, it really bothers me sometimes because there's so many people that like just say support local and they never support local. Like
Yeah.
It's
we
just a
started doing these food
hashtag.
reviews like on our Instagram because like we're actually going out like and going to all the small businesses in Wildwood and Sea Isle and Avalon and Margate and Northeast Philly. And like, we're trying to support all the local sandwich shops and stuff like that. And yeah, of course, our hope is, wow, we just went there and bought 10 sandwiches or 2 sandwiches and reviewed it and gave them a 10 out of 10. Hopefully they'll go buy our stuff. Of course, that's like the thought about it. But like, we're a small business. We want to support small businesses. Like,
I'm sure Joe's used to that too. I mean, he's been selling ice to small businesses on the coast for
60 years. Yeah, exactly. So especially down the shore, there are like, there are a lot of people say they're like support local, but it's like, do you really support local? It's like, you know what I'm like, you know how it is. Everybody goes to Walmart. Everybody buys Twisted Tea. It's like, you know, you have those big brands that it's like, but you guys know how hard it is. You got your own podcast, you got your own business, you got your own beer. It's like, you really want to, if you're listening, like supporting local, it's going to be $5 extra, but it goes like such a long way.
How close is the shore communities, like the locals that live there?
Dude, I'm not, and I don't, people like, I don't think I'm a local. Like,
but
I'm
you're
down there a
adjacent,
lot
so you
now.
see it.
But like Joe and Jeannie, like born and raised in Sea Isle, like there's the population of Sea Isle, like in the winter is I think like 1,500. Then it shoots up to like 200,000 in the summer. I don't know what the numbers are, but it's like you can't get away with saying you're local unless you're really a local down there. Like you know everybody by name. You know everybody's family, like everybody by name. So, and they really do. Like the locals actually really do support each other down there. Like they know each other. They support all their businesses. And but like you said, with the, you know, they call the shoebies, like people like me who aren't from down there, but like they make all their money from
100%, yeah.
So I think it's like a love-hate relationship, but I love it down there. I love it in the winter.
Does that make your business hard? Because I imagine for a brewer, it's like my busy season is the fall, and the winter slows down a little bit. But for the most part, it's compared to you, it's probably much more steady. Like I would imagine that like your summer sales are like probably double what your
Oh yeah, we do way better in the summer. I mean, luckily now 5 years in, we're selling tea.
Yeah,
365 days a year, but
tea is now it's just so normal. But like I imagine,
summers
it's
are
very much
bread
a
and butter.
summer drink.
100%. And people like hate it. Like you still get the haters. Like people are like stupidest name ever. Like how you gonna sell Sea Isle in another town? I'm like, we're in 8 states now. Like it's just good marketing and like liquid is important. But like I think the name was great.
It's a great name to start in a strong market.
Yeah, and also I tell people,
you.
like I don't know. I didn't think it was going to be anything. So I just came up like with a name. I'm like, I don't know, but it's a wild one.
Putting Seattle on the map.
Exactly. Yeah. So, and now we're like, I'll go to like these small towns in like other states and I'll be like, I'll do some of the videos. Like, you guys told me I couldn't sell Sea Isle in anywhere but Sea Isle, but here I am in Bumblefuck, PA, like selling it. So it's fun. I try to keep it fun. I try to, keep it light and joke around. And
Yeah, like Jersey Shore, PA. Do you sell there?
yeah, we used to brew up there. That was one of our co-packers. Yeah, it was before they were.
It was Ballbirds.
Yeah, it was before that. So, the first time I went up there, I'm like, Jersey Shore, PA. I'm like, that doesn't exist. I'm like, did you ever been up there? It's wild.
I've been to Williamsport, which is pretty close.
It's pretty close. Yeah. Jersey Shore, PA is a very.
Who would name it that? Like,
I don't know. Like, it's nice up there. I like it.
Really? There's some stories about like families and like a river or something. I don't know. I went to Penn State, so like I know like Central PA is just a little bit different.
Oh, you went to Penn State, Maine?
Yeah.
We're in all the like McClanahan's and all the beer distributors up there. I love it up there.
But when I first went up there, my mom was getting pissed. She's like, "What the fuck? You're 18 years old. You're selling like you're spending so much money at McClanahan's, like at a bar." I'm like, "Mom, I'm getting like sandwiches. Like this is where everybody.
They sell everything in there.
Yeah.
That's funny. Penn State's awesome. I love it up there.
Are you are you big for college age kids?
It's weird. Like, that's what I really thought. Like, the 21 to like 24-year-old range was kind of like our demographic originally when we started out.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, we should be. Like I said, I learned so much. I'm like, why are we not crushing it at these college bars?
Yeah.
I'm like, it makes no sense.
Yeah.
But then I was like, thinking about when I was in college, I was like, I had $20 to my name. I would buy Hurricane 40s to last me all weekend for like $5. So I'm like, who the hell is buying a $7 Sea Isle at a college?
And even if yours isn't that expensive, like you said, everybody jacks up the price. And
exactly.
It's hard to.
So we weren't like, we do, like, we're in a, like, I went to Widener. We're in a local Widener bar. But yeah, like, I've done events at these college bars, and 90% of the people are drinking $3 natty light drafts.
Yeah.
I can't get mad at them. Like, I was doing the same thing. I'm like, you can't buy a $6 Sea Isle if you're in. I don't expect people to do that. But so our demographics all over the place now. Like, I think just middle aged women and men. We don't try to cater.
Well, the hard teas are like now like mainstream, so it's like it's not just like the hot young people are like drinking the beverages. Now it's like it's just everyone knows.
Yeah, I mean, even when we were drinking Twisted Tea Light, like, it's just sometimes, and I love it. I'm not trying to steer people away from it, but like sometimes it blows my mind that people like go out and drink 10 hard iced teas. Like, we would drink 10 Coors Lights and 2 Twisted Tea Lights, like mix them in there and just chug them. But like, people now, these RTDs are just, it's everything now. It's like,
what's your ABV is what? It's 5%.
Our vodka ones are 5%. Our malt ones are 6%. So our malt ones are a little bit higher. Yeah, the vodka ones are 5%.
And then the high tea is 10 milligrams?
Yeah, 10 milligrams. We heard they were going to cap it at that, so we wanted to leave it at that.
And that's what I was saying before. Like, they're like putting a limit on things. I think like 5 to 10 milligrams is like where it should be. It's just no one's going out and drinking like a third of a can or something. Like, like this is a perfect amount. Like, you don't need to go any higher than this. Like, if you want to get more high, just drink 2 cans. It's not that hard.
Yeah. I know people that drink half of them and they're perfect. I know people that drank 4 of them, and I'm like, that's crazy to me, but to each their own.
Godspeed.
It's crazy going to Jersey right now and seeing. I guess in general, it's funny because like you see, you go to just any beer distributor and you go to the craft section, and you're like, there's a lot going on here. Going to Jersey right now and seeing the THC section, it's like, what is going on here? It's just crazy sometimes.
It's insane, dude. You're exactly right. Even the guy who brews our stuff, he's out of New Jersey. His name's Kevin. He's great. If anybody needs like a THC like co-packer, but he's brewing. So like they're just coming out with them, and now like a lot of these NBA players are coming out with them, and like a lot of these star athletes and like famous people are coming out with them, and it's just like it's just going to be so saturated. Like,
there's a lot of slop. Like there's, you guys have like the Sea Isle brand is a strong brand. Like the Sea Isle Ice is a strong brand. And like people have, like you said, they've been in business for so long. Like people, it's part of people's life and like, part of the business. So yeah, the fact that you guys kind of rode that is, or like kind of built it off that is perfect.
Yeah, I try to tell people that. Like I'll go,
and it goes hand in hand, like ice and drinks. Like
it really does. And I try to tell people that like I'll go into stores. I'll be like, you guys want some spiked iced tea? And they're like, get the fuck out of here. Like, there's 50,000 of them now. I'm like, wait, we were one of the first ones to do it. Like,
Yeah.
I can't explain it to them. But it really is oversaturated. That's why you got to rely on, like, you know, the liquid and the marketing and the advertising and stuff like that. And the events. Like, I always say, like, the events is what we're the best at. Like,
Do you guys host your own events, or like do you guys sponsor other things?
like a lot of just ones that, like, even just like tastings, like Joe and Jeannie take that stuff very serious. Like, they go all out. Like, they buy the best tents, and like just your branded tent means so much. Like,
Yeah.
you know, you'll see these guys, and I don't knock them, but you'll see just a guy with a regular table and a you know, just a regular black tent, and they probably don't have the money. I'm not knocking them, but I'm saying, like, if you have the money, that's where you should spend your money on. Like, our tents are the best tent you can get. We have the best tablecloth you can get. We have a mascot that you can get. We're giving out merch, like, at the events.
What's your mascot?
It's just a huge, like, sea isle can.
Okay,
And the
yeah.
dude who does it is legitimately awesome. Like, he was born to be a mascot. Like, he's like a legit mascot. But, like, those things are so important because, you know, if you go to a beer fest and there's 60 vendors, you got to stand out. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like, if me and you go to a beer fest and we try 60 beers, it's like, how are you going to stand out of those 60 beers? Because we're going to go home and be like, oh, that Sea Isle tent was great. So,
Dude, 100%. When I go to Beer Fest, I'll bring a mannequin, dress him as an astronaut, and like just duct tape him to the front of my thing.
yeah, you got to do stuff that stands
and it
out.
looks so stupid, but it's just like, all right, yeah, but what are you going to remember? Like,
Yeah.
the fact that like this nuanced flavor is a little bit better.
Yeah.
Like, that's part of it, but like people have to remember you.
Yeah, exactly. And that's where, like, the videos and, like, I'm super laid back, fun. Like, there's so many people in this industry, like, especially in the tea market, like, they hate each other. Like, there's so much competition. I'm like, dude, there's enough room for everybody. What I think, I'm like, let's all just have fun. We're selling beer.
Yeah.
I try to, the customers, like, and the, you know, people, I just try to treat everybody nice and, you know, hope that they remember that, because that's, you selling beer, like, it's all about relationships too, like marketing and relationships, which I didn't know a lot about, but that's the best part about the job, just meeting new people.
And your job is what, sales? Like you're working with the distributors?
Yeah, I do everything. Like, there's only four of us in the company. Like, legit, we're running a pretty big operation with just 4 people, and so
People,
Eight
a lot of people,
states.
yeah, a lot of people in craft beer, they talk shit on like, oh, if you're not self-distributing, you're not craft. But like, it's just part of the game. Like when you get a wholesaler, it's not just that like you're not just like selling beer to them. Like it's like kind of like opening up your doors. Like you have all the sales people, you have like all their, you know, things
Yeah.
you can work with, like, the
Exactly.
connections that they have.
And I get that, like, those guys who are self-distributing, like, dude, that's a hard job, man. Like, but like like I told you guys earlier, when we first came out, we were one of the first ones to do it. We were doing unprecedented numbers. So it was like, we couldn't self-distribute anything like that. And, yeah, but it's hard. Dealing with the distributors, you know, is like super difficult too. Like, they have 1,000
It's
products
not
to sell.
later in the supply chain, but it's like it just like amplifies you. It's like these people have been selling beer for 100 years. Like they know what they're doing.
Yeah.
They have the connections at the bars. You know, like the connections, like a warm connection at a spot we're trying to sell into is like so valuable.
Oh, it's-
and these people know everybody.
100%, yeah. Yeah, and we were in Philly, we're with Penn Beer, which
Yeah.
would be like those guys. You said you work with them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all day I'm on the phone with Penn. It's not like just like I'm on the phone with Penn. It's like all the salespeople. Like if I go hit up a bar, then I text
Those guys are
rep,
great.
like, yo, can you follow up with them? And it's like, it's anyone I need to know, I can immediately get in contact with
Yeah.
because somebody at Penn knows somebody.
So you probably work with Pat.
Yeah.
Pat O'Malley? Yeah,
Yeah.
he's
I'm working more with Mark, but yeah.
oh, Mark, yeah, those
Yeah.
guys are great. Like, those guys are awesome.
Yeah.
They
Shout out Mark. He just had a kid.
oh, did he really?
Yeah.
That was the second,
like
right?
3 days ago. Yeah.
That was the second kid? Yeah.
Yeah.
Those guys help. I mean, I rely on those guys with so much because they've been doing it for so long. And like you said, they have all the connections. And it's hard. It's like I say, it's hard for us to deal with them, but it's hard for them to deal with us. Like, imagine them being in charge of 70 brands and everybody's like, you need to sell more. You need to sell more. You need to sell more. It's like, yeah, we have 70 brands. Like, I know where we fall. Like,
Yeah. It's a balance.
yeah, like they're selling Bud Light and Ultra. It's like we're down here on the totem pole. Like, but it's fun. It's good.
What was it like when I guess the other sort of tea brands started coming out for you guys?
Yeah, it was crazy. Like, you know, it sucks.
Yeah.
Obviously,
Yeah,
like we also like switched brewers and we didn't have product for 9 months. So like,
Oh, gee.
we didn't have any product for 9 months, and that's when a lot of the other brands came out. I think that really hurt us because, like, you know how it is, dude. If I'm going to buy Space Cadet and it's not there, I'm not walking out of that store with something. I'm not going to another store looking for you.
It's a balance between like, you know, like being cool and then also just like making sure you're available.
Exactly. So when we're doing crazy numbers the first year, and then 9 months, you go to a store 6 times and you're like, can't get Cial. You're like, fuck it, dude. I'm not getting Cial. So then and all these other brands started popping up.
Yeah.
I would say most alcohol consumers drink, they're habitual drinkers. You know, like they go back and it's like they have one thing that they drink and maybe it's a couple of different things. But, you know, like if that cycle gets broken, trying to get them back on that cycle of like, you know, this is a normal thing that you're buying.
Yeah.
That's much harder than trying to get somebody to like rebuy what they're normally buying.
Yeah, no, exactly. But yeah, like we knew it was going to happen. I mean, you know, if you see, you saw us, and I'm not saying.
When was this? This was like 2022?
Yeah, like we actually came out with the idea 2019, like we had everything in the works, but then like, I think we officially didn't start selling until 2021. I don't know when the other brands started coming out, but yeah, probably right around 2020, 2021.
What was it like when Pennsylvania changed the laws where you can sell in beer distributors? Was that just like a wild time of like, let me talk to every single person I can?
It was like, so we were already selling all of our stuff in beer distributors because of our
because you already had the malt stuff. So
but
it's just
when it happened, I was like, dude, this is great. Now we're going to sell vodka.
Yeah.
But then it was like, are we taking away our malt sales? Then we weren't brewing in PA, so we couldn't self-distribute. So then you can buy our Cial Spiked Iced Tea vodka ones at all the wine and spirits. So they sell our 4-packs and our 8-packs at the wine and spirits.
Okay.
So if you want a beer distributor and you want to sell the vodka, you just got to go to the wine and spirit. Like the owner of the beer distributor has to go to. Then like the margins aren't as good. So a lot of the people aren't bringing in our vodka to the beer distributors, which kind of sucks. But you can buy it at the wine and spirits, so it's like it's not that big of a deal. And also, like, you know, we work with Penn, so I don't really want to step on Penn's toes anyway. So I just kind of like whatever they want to buy, they're both available. You got to go to 2 different stores.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of beer distributors that sell our vodka too, because I think our vodka is the best one. But
yeah, like I said, like a lot of the regulation with like THC, they're also in PA. There's going to be reckoning at some point between like the the state stores and the beer distributors and grocery stores. There's kind of this like something's going to happen in the next like 5 to 10 years, and
it just makes no sense. Like I don't know who's making the laws or what they're for, but like even at Giant, like I've seen some guys come into Giant and they can't buy more than 4 12-packs. So then they got to get their wife to get out of the car and she buys 4. But it's like, okay, you can just go to the beer distributor next door and buy 70 cases of Bud Light, but you can't buy 2 cases of Bud Light at Giant.
I remember going to bottle shops at Penn State, and we'd get like 40s and Locos, and we would like, you couldn't buy so much at a time, so we'd have to like go out, set them down on the curb, and then walk back in and make 18 different orders and just set them out.
Yeah, I mean,
this is so stupid.
But I don't know, a lot of it doesn't make sense to me. But you know, there's probably guys way smarter than that. There's reasons behind everything. So, like I said, that's why we wanted to have a little bit of everything. Like it's like we can sell it at any store. But
do you find like when you're in the other markets beyond just like New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Maryland, Delaware, like do people know what CIL is?
Like Delaware, New Jersey, Maryland, yes, but then when you start getting further away, like Florida is a tough market. Florida is a very tough market. Connecticut up there, like Virginia, no, a lot of people don't. So that's when it gets.
Are there local tea brands that you're competing with there that are like local regional brands, kind of like who you guys are?
There are, but none of them really like. You really only got like Arnold Palmer, Twisted Tea, Surfside, Noka. Those pretty like you got those national brands, but all the small local brands, I feel like they don't. That I know don't do real. I mean, you have Fishtown Iced Tea, which does great in Philly. Like I've had that before.
Yeah.
Also, but that's kind of like a Long Island, right?
Yeah.
It's more stronger. It's like 9%.
Yeah. You can only have a few of those, but yeah, that one's a good one, like a small local brand. But yeah, when you get farther away, it just gets harder. But I get told no 600 times a day, so like it doesn't faze me anymore. It was a learning curve when I first started. Like I wasn't used to getting rejected that much. Oh my god!
It was like I'm used to it now. It's like tell me no. It's like I said, like door-to-door sales. It's like it feels like I'm just like that's just part of the job, it's just numbers.
Yeah, I have like I can walk in and talk to anybody now because it's like you're doing sales. It's like you get told no so many times. It's like and then when you get told yes, you feel like it's just like made $1 million, and then you go to the next account and they just tell you no again. You're like, fuck, I'm back to square one, dude. It's like I always tell people like I had an ex-girlfriend that was in sales, and I was like, I don't get why you're so stressed at. Like it doesn't make any sense to me. I'm like, you're not selling like cancer research or like it's just you're selling bullshit. And then I got into sales and I'm not selling anything like crazy. And then I'm like, one day I'm super depressed, and the next day I'm like, dude we're gonna be millionaires, dude. It really is a roller coaster, and it's the highs are high and the lows are low. It's pretty wild. But what do you guys think? What do you think of the vodka?
It's really good. There's some brands that come out and they taste boozy, or they taste you can taste the artificial flavoring in it, and like there's none of that. It's just very smooth.
Yeah,
and also I appreciate it's like I said before you came on, I'm like, how comfortable do you feel about pouring this in the glass?
Oh yeah.
And you were like, oh, I don't care at all. Like it's fine. Some people are like, they don't want to pour it in because they're like, it looks weird, or like there's a weird things in it. Like, and you were like no fear, like no, let's put it in there. Like I don't care.
I tell people, and as you can see, if you can watch this, right?
Yeah.
Or is it just voice recorded?
No, you can watch it.
Yeah. So like, as you can see, I don't care about like ingredients and like that shit like that. Like, dude, if you were going out to the bar, you want to drink Space Cadet, I'll drink Space. You want to drink whiskey, I'll drink I'll drink Natty Light. I don't care. Jeannie and Joe are super health conscious, and she has celiac, so that shit's important. It just, what I've learned in this industry, it blows my mind. You'll have these companies that are coming out with drinks, and I'm not talking about any specific, like any drink that's like just marketing healthy alcohol or like 100-calorie alcohol. The 100-calorie ones crack me up, because you'll have all these girls who are like, this is 125 calories. They're like, nah, the other ones are 100. And I'm like, you're drinking a can of artificial sweeteners.
No, they're also drinking 8 of them. Like,
Yeah,
just like 800, 900 calories.
Yeah, like the 100-calorie thing is such a great marketing tactic, but it's like you would rather drink real sugar than artificial sweeteners. Just do the research. Like, just Google. Yeah, and sugar's not good for you. I'm not sitting here saying, first of all, if you're drinking alcohol and you think you're drinking healthy, like, you're an idiot, I think. Like, it's all in moderation, but like, the reason I was talking about that, when you say pour it in the can, like, there's 4 or 5 ingredients in this can. Like, it's straight up, like, straight clean ingredients. Now, is it healthy for you? Absolutely not. But it's way healthier for you than drinking, an artificial sweetener or something that's just filled with shit. So like, I'm super confident in like the liquid that we put out, because it's like, it's vodka, tea, water, like a little bit of citric acid, and like that's pretty much it. Like,
do you guys put it in kegs at all?
Now it's funny. We were doing kegs when we had the malt version
thing,
with the hoop tea and with our brewer out in Jersey Shore, and they were doing really well. But what I found is a lot of people weren't cleaning their lines. So, like, you had a keg of Space Cadet on there before us. If they didn't clean their lines, the first 10 sea aisles would taste like shit.
Just like
it would be like beer and tea mixed together.
There's something off on this.
So I thought we were, like, losing customers kind of a little bit with it. And, like, I don't know. I don't really want to drink tea out of a keg.
It's not normal. People don't drink, like, even when seltzers were big, nobody was drinking seltzers out of kegs.
Yeah.
Like, these are kind of enough. And also, if I'm selling beer at a bar, I want people drinking out of my package. Why would I not want that?
100%.
There's people walking around with little billboards all the time. Like, why would I not?
That's what I think. I'm biased, obviously, super fucking biased, but I think our can, like, I love our can. I think it's the coolest, like, thing about our drink. And how
much do you know about Seattle Ice? Has this always been their logo?
Yeah.
It's iconic. It's like
Joe's dad bought an ice machine 60 years ago, I want to say, like a $5,000 ice machine, and like people were like, "You're the dumbest dude ever. Like, what are you going to do with an ice machine?" Like,
I heard him like give some interview, like his dad owned like a fish store, and he was like working some other job. He's just like, "Listen, people need ice, and they're spending a lot of money on it. Like, we need ice too. Let me just make our own ice, and we'll just sell the extra." And then the ice machine like took off more than anything else.
Crazy. And unfortunately, I never got to meet Joe's dad. I'm super close with Joe. Like, also like. I have nothing to do with the ice company, like zero. I just thought it was fucking iconic, and I love the logo. And people will say like they made so much money, like they're not really, like they're just freezing water, and it's like it is frozen water, but like they were the 3rd largest ice company in the East Coast. Like they had 200 trucks, they had $1 million machineries that no hands were ever touching the ice. Like it was a massive, massive, massive product, and they built it themselves. Like it was just their family running the company. Like. They went from a $5,000 ice machine 60 years ago, packing like fish with ice and like just selling bags of ice to freezers, to being in every single Wawa, Walmart, every beer distributor, every bar that like needed ice in the summer. Like it was a massive, massive operation. And like I would go down in the shore. I'm a Wawa guy. Like originally I would go down the shore and see all these sea isle ice. Like it's like, it just catches your eye. It's like a billboard, like you said, in your can. So when we were coming up with names, like me and my friend from the podcast, we always had an idea to make a drink. We were going to come out with a drink called Wild Water. We were going to do like a vodka seltzer and call it Wild Water.
A lot of great ideas.
No, we had so many ideas, and but that was when like White Claw and all this was like popping off.
Yeah.
And I still want to do it, and don't ever get in the alcohol business if you take any advice. Like it's a hard business, But when we were coming up with the name, we were like, Sea Isle Ice was our sponsor. We wanted to make a tea, twisted tea. We were like, Sea Isle Ice. Just fucking add tea to the end of it. Yeah. Sea Isle iced tea. Like we were just like, damn, that sounds fucking great. And it just worked out. Like it was. But I always say like you got to give credit to the ice company because like how much would have the cans have sold if it wasn't for the like people know this logo because of the ice company.
Yep.
Yes, we have great liquid. Yes, we have great marketing. But the ice company, like I kind of started it all.
What did I guess just from a bar perspective, like what were bars doing like before that without like the packaged ice that places were doing?
Well, it's weird. Like I worked at the bar, the Wharf in Wildwood, which is a great bar. It's an outside bar. It's a massive place on the water. They had their own ice machines. They had 3 ice machines.
And most bars have ice machines, but you
don't realize
ice.
You don't realize in the summer, dude. Those ice machines, they're done after 2:00. You're using the volume of ice. Like you don't realize how much ice you need. Like I worked at a beer distributor when I was 18. And you know how you go into a beer distributor, you buy your beer, and then you grab your bag of ice?
Yep.
Those ice machines down the shore, they're getting filled up 4 times a day. Everybody that walks in a beer distributor is buying a bag of ice. They're going to the beach. They're going to their pool. Their freezers don't have ice machines.
Hey, next time you go to a bar, just look at the bar backs. And it's just the bar backs walking out of the basement, picking up things of ice, pouring it in the coolers all day. And you just can't make that much ice. Like you need just a larger facility to just supply it.
Yeah, so like
it's not expensive, but everybody needs it.
Yeah, but what made Sea Isle Ice Company like massive was their service. Like they were like, there's only a few amount of people doing ice, and like you said, at the end of the day, it is just water. But the way to stand out is like the service. Like so, we the beer distributor I worked for was like, I go through 3 truckloads of ice on a Saturday. Most ice companies are like, oh, I'm only coming once to fill you up. Like I can't. Joe was like, I'll come anytime you need ice. So their service was just exceptional. So that's why they took off. And they sold most of it now. It's funny. I always mess with them. I'm like, I'll go into a beer distributors and wearing this like hoodie. And they'll be like, please tell me you're bringing back the ice company. Like, please tell me you're bringing back the ice company. I'm like, I have nothing to do with the ice. Like, but can you buy some ice? So the ice was, like I said, it was the perfect storm. Me and my buddy who always had this idea for a drink, like we came up with it. The guys from Hoop Tea were our brewers. Like we knew them. And Joe's ice, it was just like a perfect storm.
Like Jeannie's the CEO.
Yeah, Jeannie's she runs like mostly everything. So her dad, her mom are all involved.
Was she kind of involved in the family business, or like was she kind of coming up as like a?
Oh, it's so funny, like
because she's our age too. She's like young 30s.
She's a little bit younger than me. Like there's so many people that say like they got lucky and they like with the ice company. Like Jean and her sister were working for the ice company starting at like 12 years old. Like they ran like imagine being the biggest ice company in the East Coast in 3 different states. Yeah, and you're only running it with 4 people. Like those
that's crazy.
They woke up. They live in Sea Isle in the summer, but they would wake up at 5 in the morning and they would work till 7 o'clock at night, 7 days a week, like running the ice company. So it's like
family business.
Yeah, that's a legit family business. They're super hardworking. Like it's legit. And I think they got they sold it because like it was just a lot. It's a lot to run with just 4 people, but it helped us out a lot piggybacking off the ice company.
Definitely. Well, what do you think the future is? Just like, is it every summer you guys kind of have like a plan to just like expand into another state, kind of like put out some more SKUs or?
Yeah, right now we're kind of just laying back and seeing like as you guys know, the alcohol industry's down. Like people are drinking less. Breweries are dropping like flies, unfortunately. Like I just started learning a lot about the IPAs and all that stuff. And I think you guys are doing a great job getting that back out there to people. But yeah, we're kind of just falling back right now.
Keep costs low and just kind of like
and see what happens
until people start drinking again.
Yeah, just see where it goes. Like, is it going to be RTDs? Is it going to go back to beer? Is it going to go to the THC? Should we innovate? Should we just focus just on PA, Jersey, and Delaware? Should we expand? Like, we're kind of just weighing our options now.
Well, you guys are already doing all the options. You have the weed, you have the malt tea, you have the beer, and then you have the the vodka drinks. Like you guys have all the different options that you guys could move into.
Yeah, that's the hard part too. Like like you said, I love coming up with ideas. Like I have so many ideas of like mini airplane bottles or bottles of vodka or just I got RTDs, but I don't want to do anything yet because I want to see like how it goes the next couple of years.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna fall back for the summer and just focus on the.
How are the bars and the beach towns doing? Like, are they slowing down too because of the sales? Or
That's the only so I got in Philly and I'll talk to the bar owners. Philly's hard, man. Like nobody's going out Monday. My understanding, and like I said, I don't want anybody to clip this up and say I'm wrong, but it seems like it's harder to get people to go out Monday through Thursday, like during the week anymore. It's like bars are really only Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and it's hard to make money Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Sea Isle Wildwood's completely different. Monday through 7 days a week they're packed, but they only have 3 months out of 12 to make money. So the bars in Sea Isle there's only 5 of them. They're going to be fine no matter what. Always.
Yeah.
Wildwood's a little different. Wildwood, there's like 100 bars, I think.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit harder, but it's bigger. But yeah, they're fun, man. If you guys are ever down there, dude, hit me up. The bars in Sea Isle are awesome, and
OD's my
crush
favorite
from Sea Isle. Oh, I'm sure you guys have been, obviously, right?
down the OD many times.
Yeah, OD's a good spot, and they do it right there. So
Wait, so one of your like top videos is Kelsey chugging some CILS tea.
yeah, it's funny.
Where was that?
With Jason Kelsey.
Yeah.
Dude, Jason Kelsey owns his own beer brand, but he makes the video with you guys. He was like at the parade drinking Love City beer. I'm like, dude, just drink your own brand.
Yeah.
And it's like, I love the fact that he's supporting everybody else, but like he has his own brand, but he's still drinking everybody else's.
Nah, dude, no way, shape, or form trying to say I know him at all. Like I've had the pleasure of meeting him like
You know him way more than we do.
I just had the pleasure of like meeting him 3 or 4 times down the shore because he lives in Seattle now, like in the summers. And everybody meets a certain amount of famous people. Like that dude is genuinely like. I said to him one day, I'm like, it has to suck to be you because he has to take 700 pictures a day when he's down the shore. Like it's insane and he's never like not smiled, like always taking pictures, always signing autographs. Like you said, drinking other people. He's drank Cialis before, like, but the reason we have that video is my little sister has autism, and my brother rode a lifeguard boat from Boca Raton, Florida to Sea Isle City. And
Damn.
It took him like 3 months. Him and a Sea Isle lifeguard actually did it back in the day before like Instagram, TikTok. They had this, it was a wild story. They raised a shit ton of money for autism. So after that, I did something every year in Wildwood for autism. When I started the iced tea company with the Romanos, I was like, let's try to still do something for autism. And the OD was perfect. It was like, we'll do the Eagles autism every year. So we've been doing that the last few years. And like you donate a certain amount of money and you get to play Flip Cup with them. So like we just got the best content ever with them. I think we're 0-4. I think we've been doing it for 4 years. Playing Flip Cup against them. I think they've fucking crushed us every year. Those dudes on the Eagles, like Landon Dickerson, like the other big dude from Australia, what's his name? Malata, and like Kelsey, like, dude, they drink one sip of a beer to them is like,
It was like Andre the Giant. Like,
dude, it's insane. Like, it's insane. I drank with him one time and like tried to keep up with him. At 4 o'clock, I was crippled, dude. I was just like crippled. But those dudes are awesome. But yeah, those clips like that help us out tremendously, and like they've never, blinked an eye. If you can get somebody famous to, like you saw what they did with Garage Beer. I mean, the story with Garage Beer is insane. What were they doing? 15,000 cases a year?
Yeah, it was like nothing. It was just like this contract brand out of Ohio that was just like, just kind of like, I say sputtering on. They're selling a shitload more beer than me. But then, like, they got the Kelseys involved, and now they're like the fastest growing beer brand in the country.
Yeah. They're like doing 2 million cases, I heard, this year or something.
Yeah, it's some insane.
And the beer's good, dude. Like I'm a light beer guy. I grew up drinking.
And Jason Kelsey or Travis Kelsey's not even selling it because like there was the whole issue with like because he's still in the NFL, like he has to sell like Bud Light or Miller Lite, whoever the brand is. So like he can't even promote it now. So it's just Jason. But Travis Kelsey's dating the most famous person in the world. It's like, you think he's going to get a little bit bigger once he retires?
When he retires, dude, they're going to do 20 million cases.
Yeah.
You get Taylor Swift with a fucking Garage Beer, it's over.
Oh my
She's
God.
the most famous person in the entire universe.
Yeah,
Like,
100%.
Yeah.
it's insane. It's,
I didn't think of that. That's
wild.
crazy. You're so right.
You are right. I didn't think of that. I forgot about that. You can't promote
He got in trouble last year, the year before, and like, he still has the the podcast that they talk about it, but it's like he was promoting it, but now it's just Jason in all the ads, and it's like it's basically just Jason's brand till he leaves.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you guys say? Like, you guys have all the fucking important people in the IPA, like the breweries around here. Like, are they worried about like the future of like craft beer, or is it kind of like?
Well, I think
I've only had the pleasure of meeting those guys at festivals. They're all awesome too.
Yeah. So we've been doing this podcast for like 2 years, and like if you listen to our first couple of episodes, we're talking about like there's just too many breweries. There's a lot of slop outside. There's just like we thought that something needed to happen, and kind of the economy has sucked since then.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of breweries going out of business, and like me saying like not that. It counts for saying that like it's a good thing that like there's not as many breweries, but the breweries that have gone, I didn't want them to go. But there's just
I know exactly what you're
there's
saying.
too many breweries out.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're saying.
But it's a tough market. Like we just talked about on the last podcast. Like in the same time that the economy is going down, they legalized weed and sports gambling at the same time that online dating became like mainstream. And the trifecta of those is just crushing drinking on premise at bars or drinking in general, because you can just sit on your couch and have somebody come over to hook up with you, and you can just get high and sit on your couch and like
And use your disposable income.
and
to
then
bet on
and
the-
also gambling is
What a great world we live in.
gambling is like 10 times as expensive as alcohol. So it's like people are spending most of their money gambling. It's just like you don't have to do these things. So you like the opportunity to the opportunity that you have to like buy a drink, it's just way less because like these people aren't being exposed to it. And I think that it'll just correct itself. It's just like they literally just legalized sports gambling and weed 3 or 4 years ago. It's like it's just everyone's very excited right now. Like if someone to just get leveled out.
Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good way to look at it.
Yeah, and also a lot of the major issues is that like people got like way overextended during COVID. It's just like the craft industry was down a little bit, and then COVID happened, and like money was free, so everybody took giant loans out, or they like kind of expanded or did all this other stuff. So there's just like a lot of overhead just like leaning on craft breweries right now.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, it's kind of like the tea. Like there was a lot of teas that came out after us, and they're already gone. Like there's like smaller ones, and I don't want to name.
But dude,
them.
it's just swap.
But like
you guys
saying.
have a real brand with like real backing, it's a real company. Like there's a lot of brands that are just like spin some shit up real quick with like nothing behind it, terrible margins, and it goes away.
Well, that's what that's what I was getting at. Like, if the three of us wanted to make a drink tomorrow, like we could easily do it. It's not like it's gotten cheaper. I mean, it's still expensive, but we could do it. And people think it's easy that aren't involved in it. Case in point, me 5 years ago, like I was like, dude, we're gonna make a drink. They're gonna hand me paychecks. We're gonna sit on the beach all day. But like, if you're not like, dude, now I work 7 days a week, like
100%.
Dude, I watched some other interview with Jeannie where she was just saying like, it looks like if you look at our social media, we're partying all the time. Like, that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to make it look like a party.
Oh my God,
like, that's
dude.
not what it is. It's
Dude, I'll talk to girls and they'll be like, you got the best job in the entire world. Like, you just like, they're like, we live 2 different lifestyles. Like, you're just out drinking every day. I'm like, what do you think I do for like, you think I just take TikTok 7 days a week and just drink? I'm
yeah,
like,
and like even like a lot of people like they get money, they open up like a bar, and it's just like they don't realize like opening a bar isn't the same as being at a bar. Like when you own a bar, you are facilitating other people having fun. It's like you are removing yourself from the fun to allow them, and then like there's a lot of value they can come from that. Like I feel good about it. But it's like it's just not the same thing. You don't just like own the bar to have fun.
no, exactly.
And like you don't like owning the alcohol brands. Like now you are like providing that fun to everybody else, but that doesn't mean you are like the center of the fun.
100%. And the other thing too is like you see the famous people come out with these drinks. Like I've seen so many famous people that come out with them and they don't do well. And it's like you can't just throw money at a drink and hope it sells.
I think a lot of the rich people is just like 1 out of 100 becomes $1 billion brand.
Yeah,
so it's
like
just
George Clooney's. Yeah, there's
whatever.
those.
They got money, so they might as well try. And if they lose the money, whatever. Like the rich people that are a part of those brands, they lose money, but I think those people have fun.
Yeah.
But it's I think a lot of the celebrity brands, because that's another trend that's happening right now. Like 5 years ago, the celebrity alcohol was not happening, and I think that a lot of the celebrity brands are going to go away because people are realizing like this is not just like it'll automatically happen.
Yeah, it's wild to see that. I'm like, I said, I'm like, if we had that money, like, and we worked hard, it would be a no-brainer. But I'm like, we don't have that money. But yeah, the celebrity brands crack me up sometimes. Like,
But even other brands, like I think we talked about this, or I guess I was editing the one pod we were talking about it. But like Simply Lemonade has like a spiked lemonade, and like
Yeah, they were the health brand, and now they're making alcohol.
Yeah.
Even White Claw's making non-alcoholic
Yeah.
White Claws.
it's crazy. Somebody asked us to do that. I'm like, you want us to just sell a fucking tea? Like, it would be like just selling a Snapple. I'm like, I guess, like, I guess that's good branding. I mean, if somebody's asking you to make a non-alcoholic, it's like a good thing. But it's like at that point, you're just selling a fucking snap. Then you got to get into the food game, like the food business, which is a whole nother side of it. Because we're in like we did a collab with Giant. If you go to any,
oh, you did?
Yeah, I should have brought that for you guys. It's one of my favorite ones. It's a half and half iced tea, half lemonade. It's called like the Giant half and half iced tea. But it's available in every single Giant, and it's fucking delicious.
I see you guys have a lot. You guys are in the Wawas, Giant, is Acme.
Yeah.
And I'm just now starting to kind of get in the grocery store game.
It's a tough game.
It's a tough game, but it's like a lot of what I'm doing is like, like I said, door to door. But the grocery store chain is like enterprise sales, where you're selling to like an actual company, where like there's a lot of people that need to approve this before it gets to like you're involved. But then once you do get that sale, it's like a shitload of alcohol that you're selling.
It's awesome. Yeah, it's good. We got super lucky. Like we started out, when you start out, it was like the hot chick in high school. It's like everybody wants you. So we had our distribution was always there. And it helps when you have great distribution from the ice company. So it's like we got very
well. They understand it,
Yeah, and they understand that side of it. Like we would be lost without that. But it's that grocery chains and stuff like that. That's where Penn comes in tremendously. It's like I wouldn't even be able to how do you even contact those people without getting those contacts is one in a million.
Yeah, that's the biggest. I mean, aside from just like delivering my beer and everything, it's just like and selling a lot of it. It's like I instantly have contacts with anyone that I want to get in contact with. It's like I know if I don't know them and they don't know somebody, they know somebody that knows somebody that can get me to talk to somebody.
Are you just in PA?
I'm just in PA now. I'm gonna next year. The plan is to hopefully expand into like Jersey and South Jersey and Delaware.
Nice.
But
that's great having this
nothing
podcast.
has happened. I mean,
you have a million contacts now. You can pretty much do whatever.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
The goal is to make this large enough that like I can just sit back and be fat and just like accept.
Yeah, so we can just sit at the beach.
Dude, it's easy to be fat. You want to? I'll teach you that. Are you guys doing anything like? Do you guys just have one? I've had Space Cadet before. Like how many flavors do you have? Or
so what I'm doing now is it's like one flavor at a time, and then I make like limited drops where like like what you guys were saying like it's selling out. I essentially do that where like I'll make one brand, let it sell out, and I'll make the next brand.
I think that's smart. Like,
and
really
it's also I have no like waste, like I'm not trying to like push a bunch like volume onto people. So it's like because it's just me, I'm able to kind of grow smart. So I'm going slow right now, but I have a plan. I'm not ready to talk about it, but like next year should be a really big year for me.
And you brew it?
No, I had.
bro.
I'm brewing out of Workhorse and King of Prussia.
Oh, nice.
But same thing with you guys. It's like trying to. That's another thing people don't realize about the alcohol industry. People think that like, oh, just start a brand. Lots of start like small brands. Opening up an alcohol brand is very. If you don't have somebody else doing it, it's like a very fat business. Like you have to have a ton of capital to start it, and I know a lot about beer. I have very little capital. So, like, the only way I can start is having somebody else brew it.
Yeah, no.
And so, like, that's kind of how you get your foot in the door. But, like, that's I think a lot of home brewers kind of want to half retire and they have, like, $1 million or $200,000 and they're like, I can do this. And they just throw their money at something, not realizing they're like, it costs, like, $2 million to, like, get a craft brand up and running successfully if you have your own production space. Like the way that I'm doing is like I'm able to kind of like get started sales wise so that eventually I can naturally move into like my own production. But
who's like some of the biggest guys you had on here with the beer?
We had Tröegs on last week.
Yeah.
The owner?
Yeah, John Drobner. He was just on.
They're pretty massive, right?
They're massive. Yeah. They've been around for
Are they national or no?
If they're not national, they're like semi-national.
A bunch of states.
Yeah. We just a few like we've had Tom Kehoe from Yards. Mike from New Trail.
New Trail's great. That was like a
I think Nutria is if they're not,
They cracked the top 50.
yeah, they're probably right behind.
And aren't they
Garage,
newer?
honestly. It's probably like they're like they're 6 years old, maybe 7 years old.
Yeah.
I think they're 6 years old.
What was her? How the fuck did that? Like that story's got to be crazy. Like
And Mike has been brewing. He's been brewing a lot of great breweries in Philly. So he had a ton of experience. He's a smart guy, and he got connected to these I think it was like restaurant guys in State College or club guys, and then they opened up in like Central PA this massive production facility. And then when everybody else in craft beer was trying to go small, like I want to be local and just open up a tap room, they're like, fuck that, we're going big, and just went to wholesale rather with 30-person board and just like had cool craft beer available everywhere.
yeah,
At
that beer was
great
good.
price.
I had some of their beer.
Yeah,
Was Mike the owner?
yeah, Michael Rosa.
I know their rep. I don't know who. I forget his name, but he's awesome.
Yeah, Aaron Dittinger is one of the reps in Philly.
That's probably who it is. Yeah.
But
They had the governor on.
Dude, I saw that. I didn't listen to that one because I picked like I've listened to 4 of your episodes total so far, and I picked ones that like people I knew,
Yeah.
and like the ones that I just selfishly wanted to listen. But dude, how did that happen? That's fucking awesome.
I don't want to expose my secrets, but basically I'm a troll, and I had found somebody and just bothered the shit out of him until he let me have him on. But that's honestly our least listened to podcast
Really?
by far.
Why?
Numbers wise, I think the governor is great, but I think just politics is tricky.
I guess yeah, dude. Nobody wants to talk like. Dude,
And like it was a very cool thing to have, and like that was like one of the coolest experiences I've done. Like I'm literally like talking to the governor, but it's I don't know. I think I would love to have him back on, but it was just like I don't know. But
Part of it was also Zoom, and that was the only Zoom podcast we've done, I think, too.
yeah, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, but it's so sad that the world has come to like you can't like have different political views. Like,
and that's the thing.
I don't care what your political views are. Just have a beer with me and dude, like agree to disagree. Who cares?
And it was we had him on because it was right after the laws got passed about having RTDs on, and it was talking about that.
Did he have something to do with that?
Yeah, he was the one that passed it.
Oh, nice. That's awesome. I as you know, I don't really. I try not to get involved. I don't know.
But yeah, we've had some bigger. I mean, we had Kate Scott on from Sixers, and we're trying to lean more into sports people because, like it's like, how do you become cool? You either get connected to sports people or music people, and
Get into culture.
Yeah, or like you have to like be high culture. So it's like we're trying to like craft beers like this niche community, and we're trying to like bring craft beer into like the general populace.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. It's also cool that you guys like not that nobody's getting drunk, but like I've done so many podcasts that seem like boring. Like you guys are like letting loose a little bit. Like have a couple drinks, talk about whatever you want to talk about.
Yeah.
Like some of these podcasts are so serious, and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, dude. I'm like, how nobody wants to hear like a very very serious conversation. So it's like nice that you guys can have a couple.
It's a good middle ground. It's a good middle ground.
Yeah, it's been like this. We try to like set the podcast where it's like the successful podcast where it's just a conversation. A lot of, and that's why the governor's podcast was kind of awkward. Was like he has very strict things because he's a politician, he can't say crazy stuff. So he didn't want me to ask crazy stuff.
Yeah,
so a lot of that conversation was like he knew what questions I was going to ask, and maybe it was me that came off because he's very natural. Came off as sounding like an interview, not a conversation. But like a podcast is a conversation; it's not an interview.
Yeah, it's hard for you to do. Yeah,
Yeah, so this is like being like letting your hair down a little bit is like how it's supposed to be. It's not supposed to be a serious thing.
That's the funnest thing I miss about our podcast. Like, if nothing comes of this, like you just met 75 cool people that you never would have met before ever in a million
Yeah,
years if you didn't
100%.
do this.
Yeah.
People talk so much shit like, oh, what are these guys trying to be? This big podcast, like, dude, you just want to. It's just fun to just talk. Like, when's the last time you weren't on your phone for an hour and a half? It's like that's the only time.
No, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun, and like we probably would have crossed this path at some point, just like being in the alcohol industry. But like I've met a lot of people that like I have an hour-long conversation with them. It's like we had I don't know if you know who Tom Peters is. Yeah, Monk's.
Oh my gosh.
Is a beer bar in Philly.
Oh, Monks, yeah.
It's the best beer bar in the whole world. It, like voted like every year, at least in the country. It's like one of the best beer bars in the whole world. And he came in. He brought in like hundreds of dollars worth of beer.
That's awesome.
Like he brewed personally with like the best brew in the world that like had his name on it. And like
You said you didn't feel qualified to come on here. Like I didn't feel qualified to be in. I didn't feel qualified to be in Tom's presence.
Yeah,
Like,
it was
awesome.
It was very cool. Like people would have paid like $1,000 to have that experience, and like he just came on and was like,
Yeah, I mean, you guys got a good fucking concept going here. I mean, I'm not in the podcast world anymore, but like, is anybody else doing like specific drink related podcasts?
There's beer related podcasts, but as far as in the tri-state area, we're definitely the largest. Like in Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Delaware, and probably even like New York. Like if there's a podcast, I'm pretty plugged in the beer scene. If there's another podcast that's doing the numbers that we are, then I'd be very surprised because like I see everything.
But at the same time, there's also no podcasts that are breaking out of the culture of just what beer is.
Yeah.
Those podcasts are only beer. You know what I mean? So you have the big publications that are kind of just doing only beer, but we're breaking out of that category, smartening it up.
This is what we talked about with the Enterprise guys. Is like they've done a great job of like, you know, they are pushing themselves to like try to talk to like big people and like, you know, be in touch with like pop culture. And, you know, we're definitely not that much pop culture, but
no, it's good to dabble in a little bit of everything.
yeah, but your brand I think has crushed it at that.
Yeah.
Like we're trying to like touch on brands like you guys that are like doing things the right way.
Nah, dude, anytime you just want to talk, we would be down. But going back on that, it's like that's what we like our drink. Like I remember people telling me stories like Budweiser back in the day. It was like hot girls, parties, giving out merch, and like when I got to like 5 years ago, I was like, I don't really see that anymore. So that's what we kind of wanted to like. We wanted to have a drink company, but like we kind of wanted to do that again, like throw parties, do events, have hot girls, do grill marketing, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, like. So I think you guys are smart, like getting into a little bit of everything because you also don't know what the hell's going to stick. Do you guys? You have to, you clip up your stuff, right? Like,
Oh, yeah.
30, 60 second, 90. That's why I've seen a million of your guys' clips. So you're doing, that's the way to fucking do it.
Dude,
I mean,
it's,
that's so smart. Because that's only what people have the fucking capacity to look at anymore. Like, I drive 8 hours a day, like doing sales. So, like, I'll listen to a podcast. I listen to 3 podcasts a day, but like most people who sit at a desk, like they're scrolling on the phone, they just want to hear 60-second clip of me.
Without the volume on, so you have to like put the things.
Captions.
And like probably 1/5 of the bars I go into, I'll talk to somebody, they're like, do I know you? I'm like, you do, but you've only seen me for 3 seconds.
Yeah, you saw a clip of me.
I was faced for 3 seconds.
That's so smart, dude. I think you guys should really push as much clips as you can out.
Yeah.
Dude, send me some clips of this episode, dude. I'll
will.
post whatever I can because we need more clips too.
Yeah.
That's so smart though. That was our
We have
biggest.
unlimited content. It's like our what's it called? Like our touch point, or the type of our funnel is like just like being able to edit them. Like we have.
Yep.
Have like,
that's our bottleneck right now.
Yeah, we have like days and days and days of content, but it like actually like cutting it up.
Yeah. Are you both married?
No.
Both single?
I'm about to get married in January.
I'm single.
Oh, nice. I was gonna say, like, how's that? Like, is you gotta tell your girl, like, I'm doing another podcast. So is she supportive of it though? Or is she not
I
supportive?
mean, it's kind of
of
like
it?
a dorky thing, you know. Like
No. I only say that because I did it for 5 years, and it would be like ours was way different. It was a huge party, so they were like, "Dude, what the fuck are you guys doing? You guys don't have bartenders walking around in bikinis, but
no, and like we're.
but you're getting fucked up on a Tuesday or whatever. Not fucked up, but
No, I'm fucked up. We're getting some sponsors, but it's if I didn't have the alcohol brand, it'd be a little bit different. But like this is part of my marketing and sales for the brewery, so it's
oh yeah.
you know this.
You got to get space cadets out here, dude. I want the fuck. I've had them
Well,
before.
no, if we don't have an alcohol brand on, it's like the only thing we're drinking is Space Cadets. It's like, we're pumping it, but.
And you're going to be able to tie your company into all this stuff, right?
100%.
This is like,
Yeah.
it's like Brunette owns this, but then like we're kind of an entity to it.
Dude, I don't even know what you're talking about, but like you said, a media company for the alcohol industry is an insane concept to me. But like, I'm like an idea guy. I'm thinking of a million different things. I hope that it takes off.
I appreciate
that
it.
would be amazing.
It's like a connection company.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. There's like
It does make sense. You don't see anything like it right now.
no, dude, I haven't seen anything like that, and it would be so. And the alcohol industry is like a very like you said, like the customers don't really know about the alcohol industry. So I'm sure they're learning a lot from your podcast, but they can learn a lot from like your
But even the clips, it's very separated from B2B and B2C, like marketing wise.
Yeah.
Like if you're listening to the podcast, you're probably a alcohol industry person.
Yeah.
But if you're watching the clips, like
It
could be anybody, and that's the idea.
Oh, dude, it's amazing. It's super smart. Yeah. And it's, you guys got something, dude. I hope it does well.
Cool. This has been fun. Let's run it back.
Whenever.
We'll do it. You're a fun guest. I mean, you're a podcast professional. It's like
Totally.
like we have to teach him how to do a podcast, but this is it's been a lot of fun. So go out. Where can we find you guys? CIO spot.
First of all, I appreciate you guys having me on, dude. I think you guys are fucking doing something cool, and if I can support you in any way, or if you guys ever need anything, let me know. You can buy our vodka cans on PA Wine and Spirits and any PA Wine and Spirits in the whole state of Pennsylvania. You can buy the malt ones in any beer distributor in Pennsylvania. We're in New Jersey, Delaware, 8 states. High Seas you can buy online, or you can buy them in New Jersey, and follow us on Seattle Spiked Iced Tea on Instagram and TikTok. And you can make fun of me for being fat on there. Yeah, that's really it. But thank you guys for having me, dude. I had a blast. Some of these podcasts can be boring, but this was good.
Cool. All right. And then you can follow us at Brewdat, at the Brewdat Podcast. Subscribe on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. And tell Evan you like his mustache.
Thank you.
If you hadn't noticed, if you're listening to this podcast, go look at Evan's mustache on the video. It looks great. I will see you guys next week.
Love it. Thank you.
Cool.
Sweet.